for relationships. They just need somebody to hold when they need somebody to
Essince.
hold.
Right now I'm out here in Brooklyn with the one and only
Chris Styles, or C Styles. That's what we call that's what we calling it today, C Styles.
C Styles. You've really been doing a lot of things in the industry, but I was curious if you could talk to me a little bit about how you got into the business in the first place, and were you always doing music, or did you ever do anything else in hip hop, like breakdancing or anything like that?
Nah, it's funny. Nah, I don't know. I was a music baby, man. When I grew up, it was something that was just innately in me to do. Like, I used to think I was Michael Jackson, Ralph Tresvant, or Bobby Brown growing up. You know what I mean? And I was a kid that would do the breakdance contest. You say breakdances at all the parties, and I would win the $5 at the end of the night. You know what I'm saying? I remember people paying to do Michael Jackson at weddings and stuff like that, because I would just impersonate Michael all the time and just be dancing all over the place. So I guess it kind of started from there. I always thought I was a singer, and by the time I got to high school, I figured out, you're not really a singer, because I always hung out with singers. And I was nowhere competing with them guys, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, all right, so cool. So what I would do is I would find all the talent and take them all over the contest and kind of be like Joe Jackson, be like, nah, this is how we gotta win the show. No, you don't sing a song like that. All right, we're gonna drop out this beat and we're gonna put this song in, and I want y'all to come to the edge of the stage, and so that's what I had to be a part of, something musical going on. And you know what I mean? And if there was a talent show, if I couldn't be in it because I felt like my talent wasn't adequate enough for everybody, I had to host it. I had to be the one that they still got to know who I am. I still got to be the star at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it started from there. And then my cousin said, "Yo, won't you try rapping?" I'm like, rapping. He wrote me my first little rap, and I said it, and the whole park went like crazy. And I was like, "Oh shit!" It's like, this is crazy. And I started writing my own rhymes, and then that kind of stuck for a while. And you know, I came up with a good hip hop era. You know what I'm saying? Because 14 to 15, you know, just on the battling scene, it was crazy. In high school starting, it was crazy because we battled a lot of good cats, like a lot of cats people probably familiar with, like Smooth and Trigger, Trigger the Gambler and Smooth the Hustler. Back in the day, they had Broken Language, and Fabulous. He was called Fabulous Sport. We used to go to Gil Hodges at the bowling alley and go battle. Him and Paul, me and Paul Kane, his little brother, went to school together. And DVLS, Christ, all these different kind of people that was coming up in hip hop at that time. We would just be battling all at that time. We'd go to people's school, we go to everybody's school, Papoose. We used to come out to the school and battle. A lot of different, it was just a lot of different people was out there battling. I know if I keep thinking, I'd be like, oh yeah, son came out of battle, you know what I'm saying? So you'll see everybody on the battling field. We'd go down to Washington Square Park, do the same thing. And then as I got more into it, got more in tune, I got my godbrother Thief in the Night, probably known as Bruce Wayne from Mini Mafia. And we got a group together. He was Thief in the Night at the time, we was Dungeon, and we turned into super group Us. And then we was just doing shows and performing, like, it was crazy. You know, my first real session I ever did was with Ski from Rock and Block. You know, everybody knows Ski, that, you know, he did a lot of work on Reasonable Doubt's album with Jay-Z, produced a lot of records. And I remember being in Ski house, and, you know, we'd be in Ski house, I don't know, in the Bronx. I want to say it's like the 18th floor, I just know it was high. And we'd be in Ski house, and it was like, yo, if you knew the amount of talent that was in Ski crib, and he used to have like a booth, like in the closet, I think, and like in the bathroom, and it'd be us in there, but then you got like Jay and Dame waiting for their turn to get in. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy. And then you have like Big L, Mason Cam. They was like the children of the corn back then.
Yeah.
And you have them in the room waiting. But at that time, you don't know who anybody's gonna be, so we just all there. You got like Rod Digger, Young Z, and the Outsiders. You know what I mean? Camp Low. It was just it was always different people at Ski House.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we'd be at Ski crib, just recording records. You know what I mean? I remember my first record, I had to lay like 8 bars, and I remember, you know, Dame would come in and he would make fun of me. Like, yo, you took too long to do 8 bars, shorty. And like, he thought it was 16. He was like, yo, this shit is only 8 bars. Oh, this ain't for you. You ain't cut out for this. But it was like my first time ever, you know what I mean? Like, it was trying hard to get the concept of having the music on your ear and then seeing it in the mic. It was just different for me. And I was like, wow. But, you know, all those moments, dope because I just feel like I came up in the era of hip hop when you was, you know, when it was like real, like it was just dope. The music, you know, it was about the lyricism, it was about the lyrics, everything. Like, so it was crazy, you know, doing shows, Lyricist Lounge, you know, with MOP, Bushwhackers, Cellar Dwellers, like I said, Big L too, a lot of, there's a lot of different people, so many different people, Akinelli, it was just, so you know, all these people that you see going to Jack the Rapper, Freaknik, you know, all these different events that they don't have anymore, Budweiser Fest, and it's being on the road, getting in the car, driving, and it's being on the road, and everybody just there, Showbiz and AG, everybody, so it was a great time, and I was a shorty, you know what I'm saying, I was like a little kid, I was like 15, 16 years old, and getting that experience, you know what I'm saying, so then you see lit people years later, and they blow up, and you're like, yo, I knew that kid, like, when, you know what I'm saying, so it's cool. So I, you know, at one point, you know, we was doing the music, and, you know, we had like a little investment thing, kind of went sour, everybody kind of went their way in the group that I had, you know, Bruce went on to producing, somebody came to me and said, yo, man, I think you could be a producer, and I was like, man, I don't play no instruments, like, I'm gonna produce music. He said, yo, you know when you used to come to the studio, always bring records in, and you know what I'm saying, and you used to tell people what, you know, what part of the record to use, and what kick and snare to use, and how you want the belt, you know, the record to be looped and stuff like that, and I'm like, yeah, so what that mean? You were producing the record. You know what I mean? The other nigga was just making the beat, and I was like, oh, word? And a light bulb kind of went off in my head like, bomb. I was like, oh man, like, I'm gonna produce records. I said, how I'm gonna do it? So I figured out all the kids that was around my neighborhood that played different instruments, whether it's piano, guitar, flute. We had a girl named Flute at school that she used to play flute. So whatever, and you know, my man knew how to work the MPC. Then I had my man, and the Mac was just real brand new at the time, and we bought a Mac and we bought a board, and you know, we just started working. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of started telling my guys, like, look, this is what we're gonna do. And I, you know, just from rapping all the time, I knew what the music needed to sound like. They was making beats, and I'd be like, nah, man, that's wrong. I would crack the whip. They would call me Crack the Whip Man. So I'd just crack the whip in there and just be like, nah, that's not how it's supposed to go. We got to do this. And, you know what I mean? And it was just crazy. Like, and that's what we did. You know what I'm saying? And I got, you know, I told him to give me a good hard year, and I started producing records, you know. Went through a lot of hardships. A lot of people telling you, yo, I'm going to buy the record. They didn't buy the record. A lot of people take your record, leak the record. It was just a lot of crazy stuff. And then, you know, by the grace of God, something really popped, and you know, I started working. I met my cousin Big Rich, got me a meeting at Violator. Met with an intern dude, and I was like, oh my God, I'm here with an intern, nobody's here. And I was pissed off. And a white guy walked past me, and I was like, who the hell is this white dude? He kept walking past, and he walked out the door, walked back in, it's like he played the next record, and I'm looking at the intern like, what the fuck is this? This white dude, like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I played his record for the dude. Played another record. I played another record. He asked me to play. I think I played some R&B stuff I was doing. He's like, "Who's the girl?" I said, "That's my artist." He's like, "What you doing, Mom?" I said, "I ain't doing nothing. Why, what's up?" You know what I mean? He was like, "Yo, I want to come pick you up and take you out to eat. Me and my partner Joey IE." I'm like, "I don't know who that is." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right. I said, "Pick me up for where?" He said, I said, "For my house." So I live in East New York. I don't think you want to come anywhere. I'll meet you in the city. You know what I'm saying? He was like, all right, cool. Where you want to go eat? Chin Chins or Mr. Chow's? I don't know what none of these places are. I say Chin Chins. I should have said Chow's. You know what I mean? I ain't know. Chin Chins was good though. And they brought me in the Violator. And he's like, yo, I'm the co-owner of Violator. I'm also Leo's Pitbull. His name is Todd Moskowitz. And, you know, Todd is like, yeah, I think he runs Warner now, and Joey IE runs Interscope. And they gave me a studio in the city for like 4 years to run. And it was like, well, I got a studio to go run? Like, that was crazy. And I went down to the studio, and the rest is history. I used to be a Violator every day. I used to work a little job, and I used to go for my job, the Violator, every day to the studio. And I used to sit in there and have beat CDs, man. I used to have, I probably, no exaggeration, probably anywhere from 30 to 50 beats a week. Wow. Just sitting there waiting for, because you know, Violator was like a whole gang of artists who come down about it. So 50 Cent, Foxy Brown, LL Cool J, Capone Noriega, Mobb Deep, Fat Joe. There was just so many different people there. There was Missy Elliott. So many people would come tweet. It was so many, and I was just there every day looking for an opportunity. You know, scared to talk to some people, just looking for opportunity. And one day, you know, 50. I used to see 50. It took a while, but I used to see 50. 50 started getting hot, and I used to see him all the time. And he used to have about 20, 30 niggas with him. And I'd be like, oh my God. And I used to walk out to the bathroom, and he used to just watch me. I walk out of the bathroom, and he just watch me. I'm like, yo, this dude is crazy, man. I'm gonna get him a CD. I just want to get him a CD. And it'd be like 30 niggas around me, like, oh God, it's impossible. And I got on the elevator one time, because they wouldn't even let you on the elevator with them. It was like the president. Like, and one time they see me so much, they let me on the elevator. And I noticed when he got on the elevator, ladies got on the elevator, and his whole demeanor changed. He hugged them and kissed them. I was like, oh, all right. And then I used to watch him. All the time anybody brought a kid to the office, he had to touch him. So, you know what I did? I brought my goddaughter and my daughter up there and was like, yo, go in the hallway. Where he was at, as soon as, like clockwork, as soon as you went in the hallway, he grabbed my daughter on my knees, was like, yo, come here. My daughter was like, get over me. Like, 50 Cent is. I want my daddy. He goes, who's your daddy? And he comes in the room, I'm like, yo, what's up? Yo, what's up, man? I said, yo, man, I've been dying to give you a CD, man. What you hear? He said, yo, play it. Played it, and he just started going through the beats like, yeah, it was just hot. And, you know, rest of the season, after that, next thing I know, he called me personally. He was like, yo, I want to make you a part of Junior, I want to make you producer and give you a song deal over here. And he gave me a 5-song deal, and I got my artist signed to Atlantic Records with Craig Common, and the rest was history, man. You know, and I've been fortunate to have a lot of good placements. I think with 50, I think we sold about 12 to 13 million records in total. You know what I'm saying? I think 3 or 4 singles within that. 7 singles altogether, but yeah, 7 singles altogether.
So do you think that your experience from when you were a teenager, like doing the Joe Jackson at the talent show, do you think that helped prepare you for producing now? Like having to like put pieces together, like you're good at this, try it this way. Yeah,
I think God lines you up. God lines you up to who you innately gonna become later on in life, and those experiences helped me cultivate into the person that I am now, shape me and mold me into who I am now. You know what I mean? Even in the beginning, like I remember Sean Prez, he used to manage my brother, and he was just Sean to us back in the day. And we used to go to this boy named Clay House in the Bronx, and I remember Tigger being in there from 106 and Park, and he always like, yo, I'm gonna have a show called The Basement. He used to be in there. That's where it started from. Like that was the idea. So those things, like being in there, help cultivate you and give you ideas of who you want to become. And it just take you to work hard to go get it. So that's what I did. My job was to work hard to go get what I wanted, and I had to find my niche. So my niche wasn't probably playing everything out myself. My niche was really hearing the idea and turning it into a reality with the people around me. My niche is bringing people together, bringing my resources together and go, you and you are good together, I'm gonna mesh y'all together and we gonna get this money. Right. And that's what I do, you know what I mean? That's what I've always done. Even now, like I still do that to this day. My niche is really talking to people and convincing them what I'm saying is golden and we gonna turn it into something. I should have been a motivational speaker probably. You know what I'm saying? Because I help people to convince people, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is where we gotta do it. And then I listen to their ideas and try to figure out how to make them better and how to make it better collectively so we can make $1 out of it. Just turn our ideas into something. Because, you know, hip hop and being from the hood is like, it was nothing. It was a guy in the turntables and a couple of dudes breakdancing on some cardboard, and they turned that into a culture. You know what I'm saying? And turning it into where it was nothing. When you would do it for free because you just love to do it. Or you want to be the freshest b-boy on the block to $1 billion enterprise. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we come from. And you know, we just gotta learn, you know, in everything that we do. I don't care if it's music, I don't care if it's art, I don't care if it's, you know, if you're going to school and that's your thing. you got to learn how to cultivate those things and turn it into something that's going to benefit you and the people around you. So that's what I just try to do. I try to take everything that I got around me, my resources. It's like you put me in the wild and you say, yo, you got a pen, you got a stick, you got a string, and you got I don't know, a net. This what you got. Go work with it. You know, I'm gonna go find some food with that and make a fire and go eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna turn it into something. I'm a MacGyver out there. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I do. You know what I mean?
So while you were producing, were you still writing any songs at all? Like as an artist?
Always writing.
Did you decide to come back?
Nah, always writing. I was always writing records and always around great writers. So being around great writers and great innovators, you know, once you're an artist and you touch that mic, you got an itch. And as technology got better, you know, there's other things like Melodon and what you call it, auto-tune and all that stuff, things that make you sound a little better. You can just go in the booth, you know what I'm saying, and you get it fixed, and you know what I mean. And you start challenging yourself and say, yo, man, I'm gonna go sing that R&B record, man. I ain't even waiting for this dude to come sing it for me. You know what I mean? You waiting on the reference singers to sing, and that's how it kind of happened. You know, where I'm at now. And you know, once you got that feeling of always recording and stuff like that.
When you need some loving, you want no boyfriend, no husband. Oh no, just sex and loving all night long. When you want some enjoyment, yeah, when no commitment, you could call on me. I'm what you need, yeah. I'm all you need, all you need, all you need when you need some loving, when your body needs some service.